So this seems like a very severe statement about what a conditioned soul can stoop to, because normally we always feel that within the family people live for one another. They can't they're trying to be selfless, and so on, and we develop very close relationships, and we become very attached, and we think this is a permanent relationship. But actually, if we analyze and see, we are not this body at all, and that is why these relationships are not permanent. When you just take the relationship based on the body, then it becomes a very, very superficial and very selfish relationship. Though, I mean, it doesn't seem like that, but actually it is. If it's not based on spiritual values, if it's not based on the soul, that relationship in the family, if everyone is god conscious, then the ultimate goal, they know that their relationship with Krishna is the most important, and that we have to help one another to reach Krishna, and that's the source of all happiness. Otherwise, because people are totally lost, and they think that maintenance of the body is everything, and naturally survival becomes the chief thing, that somehow I have to remain happy, I have to take care of myself no matter who it is. So this is extreme materialism, and in the Kali Yuga, because of, I mean, people are, determinedly trying to forget everything, especially in India, all our connections with the past, connection with tradition, connection with religiousness, and spirituality, our Vedic traditions. I mean, in a concentrated effort, they want to forget it, and they want to do opposite of whatever has been prescribed in our Vedic culture, because they feel that this is a sign of progress, this is a sign of advancement, and then that's how we'll be accepted. So this is a demoniac a kind of society, because completely rejecting Krishna consciousness and doing opposite of everything that is being prescribed in Krishna consciousness. And we feel even afraid that we don't want to, I mean, we think that this is all a relic of the past, and in the future is just have a technological world where you just individualism is the paramount thing. And we see that alarming rates in India, individuality is being promoted. People are busy taking selfies, and moment by moment they want to show off about what they're doing to the whole world, and they want to be praised for that. So this is complete narcissism, completely occupied about oneself, and not seeing the soul within. I mean, this is actually in the Bhagavatam it says, Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnum. So people don't know that their real self interest lies in Vishnu. So if you really, I mean, that is okay. Naturally, everyone has to take care of himself first, before for self before others. That is there. But which self? That is the question. First, take care of your spiritual self, the real self. Then everything will be perfect. Then we'll develop all very good qualities, because this Atma, I mean, that is our real self, and then that is completely sustained only through the mercy of Krishna, the eternal Father. And when we are connected to the Supreme Father, then where is there misery at all? Krishna is completely taking care. And in that moment, then we will not, we will exhibit all the wonderful qualities. We will not try to exploit others. We'll be very selfless. We'll try to serve, because we are not insecure about our maintenance, about our enjoyment, about anything in life, because we know that when I'm getting energy from the supreme energy, the source of everything, then automatically, we become very relaxed, and then we also do all proper things which Krishna wants, because we know that whatever Krishna wants for us is the perfect thing for us. It will make us extremely happy, even though initially, because of our material attachments, because of our conditioning, mode of passion and ignorance, we may think, oh, whatever Krishna says is so painful, I don't want it. We may reject him. We keep on rejecting Krishna. But that doesn't prevent him from loving us. That's the wonderful thing about Krishna, that even though, I mean, we can't feel his love because we've turned away from him, but he is still loving. That's the remarkable thing about Krishna, that uh, you know he's just there all the time. He's there giving love. We just have to tune into him, and then we can experience that love, which will completely satisfy us, whichever age or whichever period we belong to. It doesn't mean that Krishna consciousness is irrelevant today. It's very much relevant, and very much relevant to the materialistic society also, because Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita once again in the Dwapar Yuga, when Mahabharat, during the war time, when people were, completely in a very combative mood, aggressive mood. Over there, Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita. So it's relevant for all types of people in front of the whole world. All soldiers from different parts of the world had come there, and Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita. So we should not think Bhagavad Gita is not relevant for the modern youth, that they have their God is all technology and themselves. It cannot be. How can that ever satisfy or be a source of some hope for the future? We have to become hopeless in this direction, going in this wrong directions. For some time, it may seem that they're enjoying themselves. They're all very tech savvy, and they're getting very good marks, and doing earning a lot of money somehow or the other. And so people might think, oh, maybe you don't need God so much. Just do this. But you see, their lives are becoming totally, with so many problems. Even normal things are becoming so difficult, just to get married, just to have a proper marital relationship, just to get children and taking care of all these things seems like a very, very difficult thing to achieve in today's world. Why? Because we are living a totally unnatural life away from Krishna, fooling ourselves that we can make our life without Krishna. That's completely demoniac, and that's definitely heading towards a big crash. If you're driving a car and you're heading towards a tree or a truck or something, it's a matter of seconds you're going to just go and have a big crash, and big disasters waiting for you. Similarly, when we turn against Krishna and think that we can manage on our own, we are heading towards a big crash. So we have to watch out and take the good advice of devotees who are trying to repeat the words of Krishna, and then we can make the same life a big success, spiritually and materially as well. Because when you have Krishna, he's the source of everything. Even materially, what seems like very, very difficult to achieve, people struggle to achieve material things. But for a devotee, Krishna gives it easily, because that's not the purpose of life. The real aim is not to struggle for existence, but to endeavor to go back to home, back to Godhead. So if all our energy and focus is on going back home, back to Godhead, and developing a relationship with Krishna, then Krishna makes our material endeavors very easy. So we have to, wherever we are heading towards, but we have to exercise our intelligence and come back to this path, wonderful path given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada, and all the ISKCON gurus who are time and again reminding us about this prime focus, which we keep forgetting and then get into a complete mess. Hare Krishna.